Hi guys, it's Arran again, and today I am reviewing the Orions legendary Morpher from Super Mega Force, or if you're going by the Sentai show, it's Gokai. Now, I don't know the Japanese name for this, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna call it Orion's Morpher. But what I will do is, when I do the title of the video for YouTube, I will put it under both. I will put it under the Japanese name and the English name. Now, just before I give you a turnaround of the box, I've met the entire Super Mega Force and Mega Force cast. They are a great cast, really great cast. And I'll tell you a funny story quick. So I've met Cameron J-Bay, the guy who played Orion, a couple of times. I've met him, I think, 3 times now. Once in America in 2014. He did 2 shows over here. Anyway, so this is the box. I'll give you a turnaround now. So as you can see, it's got Gokai Silver on the front, or Orion on the front, holding the Morpher of his. Coming around to the side, you've got the Morpher and some of the keys, which is awesome. Coming around to the back now, it shows you what it comes with, and also shows you where the buttons are and stuff, which is awesome. It really is. Now coming around to the other side, again you get some floating keys like you did on the Memorial Mobiritz Morpher box, which is awesome. It really is. And actually guys, I got that wrong. On the other side, on this side here, you get just a picture of the Morpher. And this is a Bandai Japan collector's item, guys. I don't know why people call it toys, it really annoys me. When the Memorial Editions, they're collector's items. Especially considering Sentai has just turned 50 years old. Which is insane, because that's older than the Power Rangers show now. Anyway, now I do have 2 parts for this. So before I get this out the box, I will show you the other box that I've got the other half of it for, if that makes sense. So let's bring that box in now, shall we? So this is the other box. Coming out to the side, you get a picture of the keys. Coming around to the back now, you get shows you what it does and stuff. Coming around to the other side, you get a picture of the Morpher itself, which is awesome. Really is. And now coming around to the front, you get a picture of Gokai Silver, aka Orion, holding the Morpher, which is absolutely amazing. And I'll explain to you what this is in a second once I've done the turnaround of it. But I really love these boxes. Unfortunately, I don't have the room to keep them, and also they're quite kind of weak boxes. They're not as strong as some of the other boxes, so unfortunately I don't keep them. So what this is the what I term as the add-on to the Morpher. It plugs into the bottom of the main Morpher, which allows you to have the option for more keys and to punch in more numbers, which will give you different sounds. And I'll quickly tell you where I got this from. I got this from Superforce, which is formerly known as Toku Toy Store. But if you want it, if they've still got it in stock, I'll leave it down below. But if you want it, I get it pretty ASAP, because at some point this year they are shutting their website down because of Japanese Sentai toys have become more available than what they were 10 years ago when Toku Source started, or Toku Toy Store. Now, I don't know when they're shutting down this year, because Jeremy hasn't said. Jeremy's the owner, by the way, guys, who I'm really good friends with. Let's get it out of the box, shall we? So, guys, I've got it out of the box now, and I'll talk about the keys first. You get obviously the Gokai silver key, aka Orion's key, and you get the Quantum Ranger from Time Force key, and you get this special one, which I believe, well, it's from Gokai, but I don't know why it's so different to the other Gokaijas. So yeah, I don't know that. And you get the White Dino Thunder key, and you get the MMPR Green Ranger key. And the reason they have their arms up like that is for easiness to flip them for me. And also, by the way, guys, these are blue tacked down because they fall over. Quite a lot, to be fair. But before I do anything with any of the keys, I'll show you the Morpher itself. So this is the first part of the Morpher. It's quite chunky and, for lack of a better term, beefy. You see the keypad down here. You see where the key would go, and if I turn it round quick, you can see this button thing that you have to push back up once you've done the morphing sequence thing. And in here goes another key that comes in the other part, which I will show you. And there is also actually buttons buttons on the side, which I will show you some things that they do. I won't show them all because I could be here for forever. I mean, my last one was an hour long, but then I did review like 40 keys. So, and also there is, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I'm doing it the right side. No, I wasn't. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. Don't know if you can see it. There's a little button there that you push in, which will allow the Morpher to open up like that, which is cool. As you can see, you get like a foil sticker inside. So I wish they'd done the inside bit with paint rather than a sticker, because I'm worried eventually that sticker will peel. But if it does, I can always glue it, but I'm hoping it doesn't. Sorry guys. Sorry guys, pressed the wrong button then. But anyway, I'll show you the sounds now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the sounds that doesn't have the keys in it, and why it doesn't have the keys in it, and then I'll show you the sounds with the keys in it. Let me just find the buttons. That's better. So you get like this slashing sound for like when he's flinging the Morpher around, like that. Or actually, I think that's when he flicks it open, and then I believe if I hold it down, you get some words from, I believe, so you get some voices from Gokai Silver. Sorry, that wasn't the voice. That's the voice. And it says several different phrases, which I have no idea what they say, by the way, guys. Absolutely no idea what they say. And then if I go to the button above that, let's change the way I'm holding it. If I press the button above that, you get some music. And this Morpher is very loud, as you can hear. So, I don't know what music this is. It could be an instrumental one of the theme. So I stopped it there because I don't know how long it's going to go on for. But I think there is also another one. I'll let this play for a little bit longer. I'm going to stop it there. I don't know if it does anymore. I'll press it one more time, and if it does the same thing, then that was different. So I'll show you the keys now. So as I said, there's a button here that you can press which will helps if I don't lock it again. That will flip that open. I'm going to do it like that so you can see. Sorry about the state at the front, it's got my fingerprints all over it. So I'm going to put the key in. Hopefully you'll be able to see me from this angle. I will. Now, there's a slightly changed thing with this one. You actually have to have the arms down and the key closed on this one. Oi, be quiet. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. And then you press the Ranger you're going to put in, and it makes that sound until you clip in the Ranger, like so. Close the lid, and there's a button on the top here. And it says Dew Ranger. It has the music behind it, but you can also do it without the music behind it. And I believe, don't quote me on this, I'll try and do it again without the music. See, so that's the Dew Ranger one, or MMPR green. Now, I don't know if there's any different sounds for him actually. Let me just check that. Sorry guys, I always get confused on which side the buttons are. I don't know what that was, that sounded kind of weird. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. And then the other button just plays the music again. I believe it might make a different sound if you hold it in. Yeah. But again, I'm not going to play the whole song because it's quite long. So I'll change over the key now. What I will say quickly though is, God damn it, I always forget where the button is. These keys will also work in the Memorial Mobiles. Also I should show you that. To flip it up so you can get the key out, you pull this back bit up, and then there is a key ejection button. Sorry, that wasn't it. That did sound like a fart though, I'm sorry guys. Stop it. Sorry guys, I always get confused on how to actually get the key out. But I think it's this button. He says, and the key won't come out. There we go. Sorry guys, sometimes the keys get stuck, so it can take a little bit of fiddling, and I've just realised why it got stuck. There's still blue tack to the feet, so I need to get the blue tack out of this now. So note to self, if you've got them standing up with blue tack, take the blue tack off the feet first before you actually put it in the morpher, because that is why it won't come out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put actually Gokai Silver's key in. But if you give me a second first guys, I'm going to put the morpher down for a second, and I'm going to grab the key and take the blue tack off his feet, which actually came off quite easily, weirdly enough. Again, you do have to put the arms down like so. I do love the look of these, however, like I said in the other review of the Gokai Morphers, I hate the fact you can see the screw holes, or see the screws rather, sorry. And this does also have the, just before I put it in the morpher, this does also have the flip key gimmick, which I will try and do for you actually, which means I've got to put the arms back up. Now I'm only going to do the flip key gimmick on one key because it's the same for all the keys, he says. There you go. See, it flips up like that, and then you get the Gokai symbol there. Now, unfortunately, it is only a sticker. I do wish they tried to do these with paint. Unfortunately, the Gokai stickers, but unfortunately they didn't. But not that majorly bothers me, it just, over time, sometimes stickers will peel off and sometimes tear. Anyway guys, I'll fold the key back down now and put it in the morpher so you can see it. Sorry guys, this review's a bit all over the place. Now, I'm not going to close the morpher for this unless it physically asks me to, because then I won't have to worry about trying to flip it up to close to open it again, sorry. So again, let me just make sure the arms are flat. Yes, they are. What you have to do is you've got to make sure the head goes in first, and then it should clip in like so. And then you press that, and then hopefully, if I can get it to do it, that goes on for a lot longer than the others. So it does work if you leave the top of the Morpher open as well, which is great. Now I'm going to pop the key out, which I keep forgetting. Actually, you need to pull this bit back up first before you do that, and then the key should just pop out like that. So the next key I'm going to do is, you know what, I'm going to do the gold one next. Sorry guys, I turned it to make it easier for me to get to, so I'm going to put the Morpher down for a second, just so I can take the blue tack off its feet. There you go, blue tack's off its feet now. Put the arms down. I will warn you on these though, actually. The arms are quite stiff on these. On some of these keys, not all of them, but on some of them. Particularly on this one. I don't know if you can hear it, but can you hear that? That's where it's quite stiff. Now I'll put it in the Morpher for you. Again, like I said, you got to make sure the head goes in first, and then it will click in. Then you obviously press the key of the Ranger, punch the number of the Ranger, sorry, on the keypad, and then where are you? Sorry guys, this Ranger might be on the other keypad, so it might still work. No, sorry guys, that one didn't, but what I will do is I will show it to you when I've got the other keypad attached to it. Oh, you fart. Sorry for my language, guys. By the way, I don't recommend you ping them out like that. I just did it for quickness. So the next one is... Ouch. Sorry guys. Let's just take the blue tack off. So the next one is the Quantum Ranger, aka Dan Southwick or Dan Southgate. So I'm going to put him in the Morpher now. Let me put him in first. Again, head first. Makes the dream work. Sorry guys, that just fucked in my head. Head first makes the dream work. And then I'm going to press his button here. Just make sure I press the right one. And then there you go, it says Time Ranger. Meaning Time Force, by the way. Time Ranger is Time Force. The adaptation. So my next key and my final key in this set you get is the other range key, aka, sorry guys, I keep hitting that button. Sorry guys. This does do other voices actually, I've just noticed, from other ranges. Sorry guys, I didn't realise it did that. So I'm going to ping the Quantum Ranger out now, like so. Again, I don't recommend you do it like I'm doing it, because you might break your keys. Luckily I haven't, and I hope I don't. So I'm going to put the Morpher sorry guys, I keep doing that. So I'm going to take off the blue tack now. If I can get it off of here, yeah. So this might be a slightly less cleaner edit, if you get what I mean, of this Morpher, because this Morpher is quite tricky at times to do stuff with. Again, I've put the arms down, so you gotta make sure the arms are down. Head first in the Morpher, and then you should hear that click. And then you press his button, which is that one there. This one there, look. And then it does this, which can be rather annoying. And then you press that button and it says Abba Ranger. By the way, the button I'm pressing is this red one. And then the black one, which is here, pings the key out. He says when he remembers to take the top bit up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the extra bit out that will go into the bottom of this Morpher, because there's a couple of bits I want to show you on that before I actually do it. So for the purposes of this part of it, I've got the Morpher closed because I want to show you something else first. So I'm going to put this down because this comes with the Gokai anchor key, which has all the... Yes, am I holding it the right way? No, I wasn't. So this comes with the Gokai anchor key with all like the Rangers helmets on. Now these aren't buttons, these are just stickers, by the way. But in the show you do see him use this and he becomes, well, pardon me, sorry, in Megaforce you see him use this, or Megaforce and Super Megaforce, sorry. You see Orion use this and he becomes Super Mega Gold. Sorry guys. Which I'm really glad they included this, because this does do something in the Morpher as well. And there's the back of it. It's all painted as well, other than the helmets on the front. So anyway, I'm going to pick up the main Morpher again now, because as you saw originally, this hole here at the bottom of the Morpher allows the Gokai anchor key, which I'll try and do on camera so you can see, to go in the bottom of it. I'll do that again. I'll do that again because this allows him to go to Gokai Silver Gold mode or Super Mega Gold if you're going for Mega Force or Super Mega Force. So that's what that allows it to do, and there might be different sayings. So that's the Gokai anchor key or the Super Mega Gold key, which goes in the bottom of the Morpher. I'll put that down there for now so I've got more room. However, the main bit I'm going to show you, which I'm actually going to open the Morpher for just for easiness for me, is this bit here. Sorry guys, I'll show you that key when I use it. So this bit here, which is the add-on bit to the, I've just remembered the name of it guys. The Morpher is the Gokai Celluar. I don't know why, I just suddenly remembered that. And then this is the add-on bit of it, which I actually don't know the name of. But this goes into the hole. But there's also something else I want to show you just really quick before I do put it in the Morpher. If I can do it on camera, that is. The back bit, the back piece comes off, and we'll show you then that on the back. Pardon me. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. And what's in there is the batteries. There's no on switch in this because it's infrared. But what goes in the bottom of these is 3 LR44s, I think it's either 3 or 4 LR44s. and then obviously you just clip the back on, which can be quite fiddly if you don't line it up right. But it can also be quite easy, just like that. Just make sure it's still both sides. Yes. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to, hopefully you'll be able to see this, is I'm going to grab hold of it and I'm going to insert it into, if I can get it lined up right, into the bottom of here, which extends the phone, extends the Gokai Celluar. So if you have like Ranger keys that didn't work in this before because you didn't have the buttons, you now do have the buttons because you got this add-on piece. However, you can't put the Gokai anchor key in because there's no hole for that in the bottom of the add-on piece. So what I'm going to do first, guys, is the key that I couldn't show you in the main Morpher bit, in the main Morpher review, is I'm going to do that first because I now have that extra add-on bit that allows me to do this key. Again, it's head first, so you hear this click like that, and then you press his button, which is that one there, and you get that noise. Sorry guys, pressed the wrong thing. And then you get that's what this key is from. It's from SoundCloud. So it's kind of a mixture of two different seasons. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if there's any other sounds. Let me just check. Yes, you get different music. So I'm not going to play the whole lot because they go on for a long time. Let me see if you get different phrases as well. That's a different sound. And then so that's the sounds in that key. Now always remember to push that bit back up so this red bit pings out like so, because then you can pop the key out like that. So I'm going to put this key over there because it doesn't go in this set. And I'll put this here. So So the other key I'm going to do now is, again, I don't know the Sentai, pardon me, sorry. Again, I don't know the Sentai names for, sorry guys, some of these ranges, only a few of them. So again, if I hold it like that, head first, and then you should hear that clip, and then close the Morpher, which for the purposes of this being easier for me, I'm actually not going to close the Morpher. And then let me just check on. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Sorry guys, I just wanted to double check what button to press. Oh. Again, I don't know what season that's from. Again, different music, which I'm not going to play because of how long they are. Now, people say they don't play music because of copyright. Now, just quick before I move on to the next key. In the Gokai Mobiritz review I did, I played all the song, all of one of the songs and half of another, and I didn't get a copyright strike. And even if you do, it doesn't do anything. It just tells you that you don't own the music. Because I use the Mighty Morphin theme in probably 99% of my reviews, because it's my intro theme. And I do get copyrights for that, but nothing happens to my videos, because it actually tells you nothing will happen to any of your videos. The only thing it recommends you should do, if you want to, you don't have to, is change the music to something that they have in YouTube's free library. So I've never had a copyright issue thing before. Not one to the point where my video has been taken down or anything. So personally, I don't know what some of you guys are talking about, because I've never had that issue, so I don't really know what you guys are particularly talking about. Again, I don't know what season this is from, but I really kind of like the design of the suit. It's really cool. Again, I don't know, like I've said, what season it's from, but I like the design of the suit. See, I do watch Sentai, but I mainly watch the Sentais that were adapted into a Power Rangers show, because I kind of know how the storylines go. But Yeah. So again, head first in the Morpher, if you can get a hold of the key, that is. So now you'll hear this click. Like so. And then you can shut this down, which I didn't actually mean to do, sorry about that guys. And then hold on guys, I need to check what how it looks like again. Sorry guys. Now that, to me anyway, sounded like it's a Super Ranger. Now, I could be wrong on that, but that's what it sounded like to me. And you do get like the music and some phrases. So now I'll move on to my next key, which I believe my next key, some of my next keys, I do know what the seasons are. Sorry guys, I know this review's a bit all over the place, but what's easy for some people isn't easy for me. I don't recommend you do this with your keys, by the way. It's just easier for me. So I'm gonna go with this key next because I think it's quite a cool and funky design. Again, actually I don't know what this show is, but it looks great. The suit. I don't know why I keep showing you this, but head first and you should hear this. And then, pardon me, and then for the purposes of this, I'm not shutting the lid again. That was kind of weird, she got the music with that one. Let me try that again. See if you do get the music with that. If you can hear a noise in the background, guys, sorry. Stuff's happening outside. Helps if you press the button, you donut, Arran. Now that sounded like G-Ranger to me, which is Mighty Morphin, so that doesn't seem right to me, but maybe this this specific Sentai Ranger made an appearance in a special episode or something. So the next key I'm going to go for is, well, farts on a stick. Sorry guys, is this one here, which is which is this kind of silver and gold one. Again, I don't know what this is from, but again, I love the paint contrast of it, I really do. I'm not going to show you this, but as I said, head first, and you should hear this click. There you go. And then again, for the purposes of easiness for me, I'm not going to close this. But what I will do is I'll press the button. That sounds like Kira Major to me, but I could be wrong on that. Don't judge me, I'm not a huge fan of all Super Sentai shows, just some of them. Again, you do get different voices. Okay, that wasn't the voices. That was though. Again, I haven't got all these keys, but I do know that in the instructions for these you do get some codes for both the Mobirates, Morpher and the Gokai Cellular Morpher. Also, there are websites that have these codes on them. So I'm going to go for this Ranger now, which again is another one I don't recognise, but I love the suit. I really do. Head first and click. By the way, you do, if you're doing it with the Morpher open like I am, you do have to push this red bit down until it clicks in place. And then you press the, oh God, now I've forgotten what the key is. And then you've got to press the key. Aha! Sorry. So my last key on this set is the Dino Fury / Cosmic Fury Gold Ranger Ion. Again, don't know the Japanese. Oh yes, I do. Sorry. Ryosol Gold. I can. And yes. Again, head down, head in first, clip in, push the red bit down, and press the button, and also with that you get the music. So that's that key. Well, actually guys, that's all the keys in this set. So let's move on quickly to my ratings, shall we? So before I give you my overall ratings of this thing, it does have a stand, as you can see, but it has two pieces. You have this piece for when it's just the Gokai Cellular without the extra adaptation piece on the bottom, and then you have a longer piece for when it's both of them. I will turn it back round, but if I turn it towards the camera quickly, you can see the longer piece that's on the back that it clips into. I like the fact that these have stands, I really do. I need to decide where I'm going to put them actually, and I'll excuse me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do at some point, guys. Once I've got through all the rest of my stuff I need to review, I will do a comparison review of the legendary Morpher, which in Japan is the Mobiritz, and I'll do a comparison with this Morpher, which is Orion's legendary Morpher. I'll compare it with this as well. To be fair, there isn't really much comparison, but for the hell of it, I'll do it at some point. So, oh no, and by the way guys, I haven't clipped in the stand fully because I haven't decided where I'm going to put it. It's clipped in enough to where it will hold this, but not fully clipped in. So my ratings on this are, I absolutely love it. It really was worth it. It really was. Both the Memorial Gokai Morphers are worth it. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing with all the features it has and everything. It's just awesome. It really is. Would I recommend it? Hell yeah, I would recommend it if you're a Super Sentai fan. And even if you're a Power Ranger fan, I would highly recommend it. Because then if you're a fan of both, because then that way you get the best of both worlds. However, what I will say is, which I don't mind admitting, things aren't as easy for me to review because of I don't have full use of both my hands, so it's not that easy for me to review as easy as some people, but I can still do it and I love doing it. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years. it will be on the 25th of July this year. Me and Cole have been doing the Arran and Cole show for 16 flipping years. And that is just insane to me. And I mean, just quickly before I end this, and this isn't about this, when we first started our YouTube channel, we started it just for a bit of fun. We weren't planning on doing really much with it. We originally just planned to do it because we went to a music festival and we loved, and we still do love, doing animations. So that's the whole reason why we started it, and it's just skyrocketed. And thanks to you guys, we got verified on YouTube because of you guys. And we are now probably 500 videos in on YouTube, and we're still going. And it's all because of you guys. So thanks for that. And again, back onto this Morpher. Sorry, I absolutely love this Morpher. Highly recommend it. However, and if you want to display the keys on a shelf, use blue tack, because they are a friggin' nightmare to stand up. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Contrary to some people's popular belief, I do also recommend Super Mega Force and Mega Force, even though some people consider it a fail, which I don't. And the reason I consider it not a fail is every time I see them at cons, the tables are always packed. Anyway guys, 10 out of 10, absolutely love this thing, really do. I don't know whether you can still get these now. I believe you can. Anyway guys, I'll catch you in the next one.